Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Talk podcast. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And, boy, you know me. I like to talk. Yappa, shoni, shot it. Yeah? Yeah. And today I'm not alone. I am with Dikachi.
Hello.
Yeah. Big man.
Sure, man. Thanks
How
for
are
having
you,
me,
brother?
I'm good, you?
Ah, lovely, bro.
I'm good.
Glad you're here, dog.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
I remember when you texted, you're like, yo, bro, can I come? I was like, yes. I was so gassed when I got that DM, bro. So
Sure.
I'm glad that you're here. Before we get into anything, it is going to be a chill chat. Nothing really specific today that we're speaking about.
Right.
I just wanted you here to chop because you do a lot.
Yo.
And I just believe in the work that you do, bro. Like
Thanks
every
so
time
much,
you
man.
drop a song, you're on an ad.
No, thanks so
you
much,
do
man.
like whatever. Like I'm just like at awe of your work, bro. And there's a
appreciate
story I
it.
want to tell you. The first time
Okay.
we met,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to say this, and I'm glad I'm going to say it today.
Okay.
But before we get into that, like icebreaker that I ask all my guests. First
Yeah.
question:
Yeah.
What is the color of your toothbrush?
My toothbrush has two colors, orange and black.
Orange and black.
Yeah.
Damn. How often do you change your toothbrushes?
I would say like 5 months.
Every 5 months.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It depends. When I see it's
It's
I'm
shaggy.
like, it's time to...
Hey, you have good teeth for 5 months, my
Thanks,
brother.
man. Thanks, man.
Gave dentists numbers, boy. Even us, boy. Like, I'm even growing a gap now, bro. I'm sure people who are watching, they're like, why is Bokang's teeth like they are
Nah,
moving?
but your dentition is good, bro.
It's
good,
being
man.
nice.
I'm being
Just being
honest.
nice.
I'm being honest.
And then what's your favorite meal, bro?
So, I love...
Also, I've seen you cook.
Yeah,
on your
man.
status.
I do cook.
Yeah,
I do cook. So my favorite meal is, because I'm Nigerian, right?
Yeah.
So it's eba and
Eba.
egusi soup.
Okay.
It can be egusi soup or oha soup or afang soup, but like, give me correct eba, egusi soup with meat.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
that's
When are you making that for me? Yeah.
you let me know, bro.
Okay.
You let me know.
All right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be another YouTube video. My brother is gonna do a maza. Wangeta. Nah, that's good, bro. Glad to hear that. And also, why are you here, bro? Why did you decide to come?
I think this is my first like public interview or anything. So
hectic.
I just said, let me put myself out there. And since we've known each other for a while, I was like, okay, I like the vision here and I'm comfortable with you. So I was like, why not?
Why not?
Let's do it, And I have a song out, so it's also a nice way to let people know what I do.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're gonna
Yeah.
jump into all of that, bro.
Sure.
And it's beautiful to see, like I said, your work.
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate
And all
it.
that you do. And the story that I was referring to earlier was when we met at a casting at
Joe
that brand in Jersey.
Yeah.
I remember we were in the same group of people auditioning
Yeah.
when we entered, and then you had your guitar. And you were like the last brother to go. And then as soon as you played the first
chord, yeah.
Bro, like I don't know if you felt it, but literally the whole room went quiet.
Really?
The whole room went quiet, and everybody was in awe of your voice, the way you were just playing the guitar. Bro, I don't remember if you remember, but at the moment you finished, like everybody just got up and went crazy.
No, that's amazing, man.
I'll just never forget that moment, bro. Like the goosebumps that I felt just watching you not even perform, audition.
Yeah.
I was like, if this brood does not get the job, it's rigged. It's rigged. And having seen you that you actually did get the gig, I was like, yeah.
Thanks so
bro,
much, man.
like,
I appreciate
you
that,
are
man.
talented.
Thank you so
And
much.
I hope you never doubt that.
Yeah.
Not even just like musically, like even the things you do with when it comes to your ads, the shows that you do, which we're gonna speak about. Just like, please don't give up, bro. Like,
Thanks so
this
much,
thing is
man.
for
Means
you.
a lot, man.
It's for you. But let's get into that, bro. What does Dikachi do? Who's Dikachi?
So, I just finished my degree in mechanical engineering. So I feel like that, like a burden has been lifted.
Yeah.
Because when you grow up in a Nigerian home, right, they don't want to hear you want to do music or you want to do acting.
Entertainment.
They're not interested. They want you to, rightfully so, they want you to get a degree and then afterwards do what you want. So for me, studying mechanical engineering and like doing the music and doing the acting on the side, you're an actor as well. It's like acting is a lot. You get a casting and you have to actually prepare. Yeah. If there's dialogue, you have to break down the script, plan what your character is from what angle. And all of that actually takes time. So doing that with engineering,
it was tough.
It was hard. Like I remember when I first started, right, I told my mom about it. And the first question she asked was, Dikachi, I hope this is not going to affect your degree.
School. Yeah.
I was like, no, mom. And I feel like, I'm not trying to brag, but I feel like God has blessed me with intelligence that I was able to still do well at school. Yeah. And still push it. Obviously, sacrifices were made. Like I would miss semester tests for like a shoot or for an audition, and then I would have to go and like fake and be like, doctor, just so I could get a sick note and write the sick test. Like COVID was nice for me because I would be on the how train to an audition and I'll be writing my test, or I'll be on set and be writing my semester test. So yeah, it's a lot of sacrifice, but that's part of the journey, right? It's like no path is in our heads. We make plans. Okay, I'm going to go from point A to point B, but then the reality is, the path is like there's ups and downs. So now that I'm done with the engineering degree, it's like a burden has been lifted, because now I'm like, okay, parents, here's what I've done, and then now there's more leeway for them to help me do what I want to do. But I appreciate my parents a lot, because when I first started, when you join an agency, you have to get your portfolio shoot done. So they actually paid for that.
Oh wow!
Okay. But then afterwards, it was a thing of they would always check, until they saw the paycheck for my first job. They're like, okay. Okay. So ever since like 2019, it's been fine, because I've tried to manage my academics and the work part a bit, just so that obviously there are times the academics suffer because I have to be on set, and there are times I can't go to an audition because I have like a very important semester test. But at the end of the day, that's just life, man. That's just that's just life,
That's the journey, bro.
And the thing with acting, like you're an actor. People don't understand that. It's hard work, man. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of lonely, a lot of sad times. A lot of times you don't have to take things personal. Like when you don't get a job, sometimes it's not because you didn't act properly or your acting wasn't up to par. It's just that you don't look like what you don't look like what they want, So sometimes when people see you in jobs, they're like, whoa, I want to do this, I'm like, do you? Really? Because it's not flashy, you have to get used to rejection, constantly working on your craft, how to improve, Yeah, man. But that's part of the journey, ups and downs, and
Jeez, bro.
What's your experience been like acting as well?
Bro, it's been tough, bro.
Yeah.
It's the crazy thing. And I always tell people that, opportunities are there where you obviously meet people. Yeah. You do get some like gigs here and there, which is really nice when you get them. Yeah. But the work to get them is not very easy. And the worst part is, like I always tell people, you see, when you apply for a job, you never know who gets it out of the however many people get it. That's true. With our industry, you literally see the very character. This is the best. You see what I'm saying? I auditioned for that role. So then it even hurts more, because you're like, okay, I see who took my job. And then sometimes you're like, I could do that too. So I feel like it's not easy, but you grow as an individual to have thick skin, unfortunately, in the industry. Otherwise, you're kind of just gonna suffer.
It's just gonna be crying every day. But
legit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my journey has been not easy, bro. Particularly because I haven't landed anything big recently. The work I've done has been, can I say lucky?
I don't believe in luck, bro.
Really?
I don't.
Okay,
like,
let me rather say I've been blessed enough to have connect and people who know people that need like a dancer for this ad or need Mang to do this, So it's been very referral based, and it's never really, I've never landed anything to be like, I went to this audition, I got the role, Not yet.
Not yet, bro.
Hashtag casting directors. Numbers are down below. Contact me. You get me?
Yeah.
But nothing yet. But also for me, my thing is I've just been moving around agencies as well. Because obviously you want to find a good agent for you. And it's only, was it last year or the year before last? 2022. Yes, 2022 October. That's when I found an agent where I'm like, okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, now we're good. So we've been pushing auditions and I've been lucky enough to have callbacks and stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't landed anything. But I'm not angry, because I'm still in school as well. So, but the fact that I'm in the industry getting those opportunities, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Like if I do get a job, it's like, okay.
Here we go.
Now we're working. But it's not easy, but I'm happy. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, man. Like I always picture it as steps, right?
Yeah.
So we want to act our whole lives, however long we're gonna live. So at first when I started, it was a sprint for me. I was like, I need to get like XYZ job, XYZ job. And then it doesn't happen.
Exactly.
And then you're like, okay, God, what next?
Yeah.
But then it's a marathon. If you look at all these like famous actors that are in their 60s now, like Will Smith. Okay, I don't know if Will Smith is 60, but it's like a lifetime thing. And everyone's path is different. Sometimes people get an agency and then they book jobs quickly.
Yeah.
Sometimes people take time. So the callbacks that you get, and like that's a win.
That's a win, yeah. Exactly.
Some people, most people didn't get that callback because you could have 500 people audition for one role, and they can only call back 10 people. So for me, like every time I get a callback, it's like a big deal for me. Even if I don't get the job, I always see it as I'm knocking on the door, and eventually it's gonna open. So it's a small win.
Yeah, it's a small win, but step by
because imagine
step.
some people don't even get those auditions.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at some auditions I get, and I'm like, this is huge. And if I don't get the job, sometimes I just make myself feel better. I'm like, okay, but years ago you wouldn't have dreamed that you'd be auditioning for XYZ brand. So it's small wins. Everyone's path is different, and something that used to get to me before was social media. You go on like social media is an illusion. I've seen some people on social media, right? Their lives look
glorious.
It looks perfect.
Yeah.
But that's social media is just like a highlight reel. Like people post their best moments there. So every time I see XYZ person booking, certain show and then I'm like, okay, God, but why am I not on this show? And then I just remember, okay, besides social media, I don't know how long that person has been waiting for that.
Yeah.
I don't know behind the scenes what they were suffering up until it's when you go and listen to these people's stories, you're like, wow, man, this person has actually suffered. Like, that job was a big break for them. And then you just be like, okay, good, I'm just gonna wait my turn. Until then, I'll just, be grateful. And keep working hard.
That's all we can do, bro.
Man.
That's all we can do. But the acting industry, I always find it interesting, bro.
Yeah.
And obviously, with entertainment as a whole, I want to find out from you is like why pursue it in, obviously you're studying this side. But my thing is, why not go back home and try pursue it in Nigeria or I don't know, risk it all and go to America?
Yeah.
You know, like why stay here in SA and try pursue this side?
So I don't know my movement as far as the year, goes by.
Okay.
But right now I would say I'm making the best of what I have at this current situation. So, if I'm in SA here doing my thing, trying to, find my audience for my music, that's what I'm focused on right now.
Okay.
And then if I do eventually want to go overseas to America, then, I'll plan accordingly.
Okay.
So,
don't just have to leave.
Yeah, so for me, I'm just currently making the best of what I have now, because something I realized is that sometimes we have these illusions that a particular place has greener pastures. But then there's this thing that I heard it on TikTok, but it was it's like the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it, or where you put manure and stuff. Because speaking of America, I know we have dreams of Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
But then now there are people there in America that we're actually doing better than here in South Africa. So for me, it's just like, take it one step at a time. If God says, okay, we're going to America, then that's what I'm going to do, and push it there. But for me, it's just, I'm here now. I'm going to push here now. Yield results, and the next step. Yeah, you see.
But I like that. I like how you speak about it, because it shows like you have a plan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here, but let me do this.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And then maybe that, but still I have a plan. So I like that, because many people, especially in this industry, don't really have a plan. And there's no plan really to say that if I do A, B, C, D, I'm going to get that job. That's not there. But for you to be like, these are the steps I'm taking, just shows a level of care that is not really often there, especially when you're starting out. So shout out to you for that, bro.
Oh, thanks, man.
And getting into your music now, which I love.
Thanks,
I'm a huge fan. And I want to know, because you have a very pop R&B vibe.
Yeah.
And I want to know why that sound, and why not piano? Why not Afro beats? Why not all these other sounds? Why pop? Why R&B? Yeah.
I feel like I didn't choose.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a thing of, I was born to do X, Y, Z. Doesn't necessarily mean I can't do let's say I'm a piano or like Afro beats. It's just a thing of, I would say, destiny per se. I grew up listening to the likes of like Michael Jackson, Ed Sheeran, The Weeknd, Chris Brown. Like, those guys are my huge influences. So I think that only molded like the type of music that I make. Because in my head, I don't hear genres, right? In my head, I hear like a tune, I see like a story, of what I want to express. And whatever beat that goes to, or whatever beat I hear in my head, I make. And if that happens to be pop music, then it's pop music. If it happens to be R&B, then like, I don't wake up and say, okay, I'm just gonna do a pop track today. No, it's just the divine inspiration that I work with. But I would say I'm experimenting, because I'm trying to venture out and do a lot of other things, because I also do hear like Afro beats in my head sometimes. I'm just like, okay, let me just try and do this, because usually when I tell people, oh yeah, I'm an artist from Nigeria, they're like, oh yeah, do you make Afro beats? And I'm just like, no, not yet, not yet. I'm still trying to make my own sound. It doesn't necessarily have to be called Afrobeat or pop or anything like that.
That's actually smart. Like, you don't want to box yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just music.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then what do you select on Spotify? And I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah.
But I really like that. Like, I just feel like I feel like there's a spot for people to be intentional. That if you are a hip hop artist, do hip hop music. Yeah. But I also feel like it's important. Like, if you feel like you are that versatile, like, try it out. You never know if your sound could work on a Afrobeats track, on a classical track for who knows what, So that experiment nature, please, bro, like keep at it.
Yeah, thanks,
you
man.
never know, bro. I think it will work out, and I can't wait to hear you on an Afrobeats track. No, genuine, bro. And then tell us a bit more about the track that you're dropping. What you drop now?
It's called Scared to Death. Yeah, it's basically you see the thing with love, and love is very
yeah.
like it's very complicated, but it's a thing of realizing that this person that I'm with, you know, it's like if I truly love them, I have to let them go, because me being with them it's causing more hurt than, you know. It's like you know yourself enough to know, okay, this direction this is going in is detrimental to the person, so I'm just gonna step back. And yeah, that's basically, you know, what it's about.
To death.
Yeah.
Damn.
I make it sound deep, but it's not that. It's not that deep. Like it's not that deep. But
then you're gonna hear a very vibrant track now. You're gonna be dancing to it in the club.
But it's yeah. It's I believe in expressing yourself through music.
Yeah.
You know,
and you do it so well, bro.
Thank you so much.
You do it so well. So keep at it, bro. High key. And unfortunately, we don't have time, and I'm just realizing that we need a longer chat, because there's so much I really like have questions for you in terms of the work that you've done, the singles that you dropped, and as well as the work that you did. Weren't you in I don't know if it was a film or a show with like a Nigerian great?
Yeah, RMD.
Yeah. Like, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I haven't seen the work yet, hey.
It's not out yet.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing with this industry. You just
chilling
on a random day, and then you see it like,
okay, I'm on a billboard. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like you are that guy.
Yeah, and thanks, man. I'm trying.
We definitely need a part 2
for sure.
That was gonna be 2 hours. I don't care a damn. Yeah. But bro, no, shout out. Obviously we have to wrap it up.
Yeah,
we are gonna do the last question in a bit.
Okay.
But before we do that, what's like last words you just want to share to people out there? Maybe something about your work, or just a word of encouragement for anybody who's like in the same boat, you know, just trying to pursue this thing that we love.
I would say being grateful opens many doors, you know. And it's like I can give a practical example, right? If I came and I gave you an apple, and you're like, oh, thank you so much, like that makes me feel like the next time I can give you
a whole basket,
like a whole basket, or like 1,000 rand. So I believe in being grateful and humble actually takes you a long way. Like, you know, I've been on set, and you can tell that, you know, this director does not like this particular cast because they think they own the set. You know, they're asking for this, they're asking for that, and no one wants to associate themselves with someone who's prideful. So my parents always tell me, be grateful and humble, and you go a long way. So yeah.
Damn.
And work hard, man. Work hard, but basically, you know, gratitude and humility would take you a long way.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah,
that's so profound. Guys, please write this date in history. We had a legend in the studio today.
Thank you.
Just watch out for him. But obviously, it's that time of the show where you have to answer the question of the previous guest, not knowing who that guest was. And
let's see.
Obviously, you can also write a question for the next guest, not knowing who they are. And only icons writing here. And this is just me saying, you're an icon.
Oh, thanks so much.
I see you. You are the chosen one. And remember that. So here you go. Just read out the question and then answer it. And then we'll take it from there.
Let's see. It says, this one's a very nice one. Okay. It's a very nice one. It says, are there memories you wish you could relive? And what are they? That is very interesting. Memories I wish I could relive. Yeah, you know, I would say my childhood. You know, I had this aunt that I really love and was really close to my family. And, you know, she's passed on now. So for me, that time in my life was like peak childhood because, you know, during like Christmas, would all come together. There was a particular Christmas or holiday that we spent in her house, and because her kids, which are my cousins now, older cousins, were like this.
Yeah.
I usually tell people that we're all siblings, but yeah, just that period in time was just, bliss. So for me, that's one of the memories I would like to relive.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So now it's your chance to write
a question
for the next guest.
But
before you do, bro, just thank you again for being here.
Thank you so much, man, for having me.
We're gonna do it again.
For sure.
I promise. It's not
for sure.
But thanks again, bro. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. And if you want Dikachi's number at the description below. And I'm joking, but his DMs are open. But thank you so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Dango! Yes, thank you. Shoo.